Lick number 6 is called Don't Lose Your Shirt. We're in the key of G here, but we're going to actually start the lick on an E minor, and there's a lot of really cool open string stuff that you can get your hands around. All right, let's do it. Okay, so in this lick, we're in the key of G. We're starting the lick that's going to be over an E minor chord. This is something you should be considering all the time, is the chords that are underneath of your guitar playing. Just like a jazz musician would when they're playing through changes. It's equally as important to consider that when you're playing country music, pop music, modern country, or pop country as it's now being called. So when you take a player like Brad Paisley or Keith Urban, they're also taking some of these traditional ideas and infusing melodic rock things in as well. In this idea, it's influenced by Keith Urban, and if you play E minor chord, and we start out with the lick really targeting notes in an E minor or an E minor 7. So when we do that, think about maybe E minor pentatonic there. So start on the 7th fret, 3rd string. It's your first idea. Then we're going to bend. And when we bend, we're going to do a whole step bend from the A note to the B note. Those notes are in the E minor chord, which is really important. And when we bend and release, pull down, let the note, how can I say this? Let the bend release and then pull off. That's a really common technique, so check this out. And then what we do is we end up on a G note. So that whole sequence, bend, hold, play the first string, which matches the note, release, pull off, and then end on a G note. Now the fun part really is some of this open string stuff. We can utilize this open E string here when a song has a lot of E minor in it and that sort of thing. It also has a C chord in it. There's an E note and a C chord. So that stuff's happening so quickly that we can get away with using this open first string. And what's really great is this first idea, you bend sort of a half step from this F sharp to a G and leave the first string E open, ringing. And you follow it down from the 7th fret, 5th fret, and 3rd fret. Then you're going to finish that off sort of with almost a bluegrassy idea, where you bend, release, pull off, and then you stick the E note there, and then play the open G. So that's the first half of it. When you're playing this walk down, you can use your first finger or your third. I use my first most times. Now what we're going to do is we're going to climb up to the 12th fret. You can slide into it kind of from anywhere. And when you do that, you're playing this D note and G note. What we'll do is pull off on the 3rd string all the way down the neck, starting from the 12th fret. 12, 9, 7, 5, 4, 2. So it's like we're walking down the scale. Oh, there it is. There we go. Bluegrass lick. So again, we referenced that bluegrass bend, release, pull off, and end on a G chord. That's a cool idea because it follows the scale so perfectly. G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. So from the beginning, that's a lot of fun. The first part's really great, the second part's great, but when you put it all together, it's gonna be really cool. All right, so there's a really sort of Keith Urban-inspired country lick that has a lot of rock flair and some open strings. Enjoy that one.